Well, if I had thought about it, I would have videoed before I made the adjustments. But I'll show you how I went about, or how I usually go about setting up the lid on my egg for a perfect seal. As you can see, it's about 310 degrees. I got 2 chickens in there, and as you can see, there's no smoke escaping anywhere around. Now that's critical when you're trying to maintain temperatures, a lot of things. You really need to have it sealed, and it has a gasket on it, and a lot of people's does. A lot of people's has a gasket, and it still will leak out somewhere. Mine today, and I've had this one for 6 months or so, and it was sealed at one time, but I had just like a wisp, whatever, if you would, right there, coming out right here along this seam, and about right here. So all I did was, while it was at 300 degrees, I just took a wrench, and you can see I've adjusted it quite a bit because I do it every once in a while. And I've had it 6 months now. I scarred that up in the beginning, so I'm not adjusting it every time I cook or anything. But once every 6 months, you just loosen that, back it off. I'm not going to, but you just back that off, and as it gets, say, out to like right here, you know, about here on the threads, it'll be, well, you can't see that, about here, when that nut gets back to about right there on the threads, you'll have plenty of slack in it. You might even just pop it with your wrench just a little bit, the steel band I'm talking about, and it'll allow the lid to drop down all the way around. Nothing will be holding it then. And that's the way it will. And then you tighten it back. You know, obviously, once it sets down, you tighten it back. Now, don't stand on the wrench by no means. Don't just. I even using a stubby. You just put tension on it. That's all you got to do. You maybe retighten it again once it's cool. But because it's hot, you don't want to do a bunch of, torquing on it. So even when it's cool, you don't want to put a lot of torque on it. So once you get that done, you tighten it down, and with the lid hot, and that makes it seal perfect. And I guarantee you, you won't find a better way. Now you got to have the gasket. Put the gasket on, and that's all there is to it. And if you'll look at most people's, or a lot of people's, they have a leak. Well, they're getting air if they have a leak. So, but anyhow, just thought I'd show it.